Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mark, and today uh today I have an hour, as you can see by the timer, and I thought I'd just spend this hour drawing, sketching. So wait a moment. We need some music. We need some background music. Let us see. Yeah, I think it's working. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mark, and today we're gonna do an hour of sketching. And yeah, I'm going to draw a fox I found on Pinterest. Here's the reference. I'll have it on my other screen. Maybe I'll put it on screen. Yeah, maybe I'll put it on screen. Anyway, I hope you've been doing well. Let's put it here, insert as reference. Do something like that. I might have to use another canvas size. Let's see, what's this size? The size is goodness me. So this is 736 by 497. So let's just do that. Wait, 736 by I forgot, 736 by 497, right? And then we'll just multiply these values by, let's do 3. And we can place this here as a reference. So we have something like so. So yeah, nothing much today. Just a real-time drawing stuff. And we begin in now. So I'm going to start with a sketch. Just a quick gesture drawing. And I might change this leg, but we'll see. So I don't think I'll do much talking. And if you've been watching me for a while now, you know that's my trigger phrase that will definitely means I will do a lot of talking. At least you won't be bored. And we have the tail over here. As much as I want to be accurate, it's not important today. What is important is I really want to try using the solid fill brush. I don't know what it's called here. It's one of my favorite brushes, but I don't know its name. Once I switch to it, look at it more closely. This is our sketch. To erase a bit of this. Also, by the way, I do have a second channel. I set up a second channel for my Blender stuff. Right now I'm doing some sculpting, and there's this one long video, which really isn't that long. It's like 20 minutes, and a couple of shorts, motion graphic shorts. So please subscribe to that. It only has like 3 subscribers, and 2 of those are me. This flank over here, and the buttock, and then this, and we have the belly, and then this leg. Again, I should remind you, as I'm reminding myself, that this is just a sketch, so nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. Something like those. Something like this. This leg shows up just a bit over here. And we have this other leg over here, which we can't really see, but we can assume looks like this. And the tail. Detail. The tail. There we have our Firefox. So now I'm going to reduce opacity and sketch on top of this. Maybe change the brush to this brush. This is a pencil tilted. You'll find some of these brushes on my Buy Me a Coffee page. They are collected. If you happen to find the original, you'd rather get it from there. But if you don't want to do that, there are some brushes on my page that you could get if you wanted. Only if you wanted. Let's do this eye. Like drawing eyes. Something like this. Then we have the other side of the mouth. In the tongue. Yeah, this side of the thing. And some teeth, which we will add, so it's not that important right now. And then the lower jaw. Really don't know how this video will be. I really don't want to edit. I have some things I need to do. Hence the live draw along-ish. If you'd like this picture, I will link it in the description. So you can draw along if you desire to do so. And if you desire to share the picture, you can share it on my Discord, which is on screen and in the description, I think. Here we have a foxy boy. Foxy boy. Just doing this, indicate the fur. And this area is sort of flat, but it's still furry. Bit of fuzz over here. Then we have a muscle. It's coming in like this, and then the belly, and then this, and then we have a bit of fur indication over there. Of course, there's fur everywhere, and something like this for the neck and chest. Of course, this leg. For some of this navigation, I did a video where I talk about how to draw in KRITA. It should be a recent video. So there are some things. They're just sketching, so I won't mention a lot of stuff. But if you'd like to know a bit of what I'm doing, you can check that video out. Also, I'm not really being that close to the reference. I mean, or do I mean? Do you mean? I mean, I'm not looking for accuracy or copying it direct, so there are some things I might switch up and change. Because we have an hour. We only have an hour. The last time I did this, the power went out. I was drawing some frogs. Yeah. So hopefully today won't be. There's a fox. Foxy boy. Then I'll go to this. And with this thing, I'll erase part of my initial sketch. I could remove it altogether, but I like this sort of vibe that it has. So erase part of sketch, especially these lines for the tail. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes that I don't know the name of. Do that. And then I will select both these layers and merge them with Ctrl E. Call this my sketch. And then below this, we'll have our paints. So let's put the sketch in multiply mode. And we have our paints. Then we can go back to this brush. It's called the Shapes Fill in KRITA. In Infinite Painter, it's called the Solid Fill. So Shape Fill brush. Okay. I never just used this one, so this should be fun. Before that, let's try and do the background. Let's do it with my other favorite brush, which is a chalk grainy brush. The background is a bit orange green, orange yellow, yellow green, something like so, probably. do this. Just random strokes here and there. Go to yellow, orange, do the ground. Go to this color, a bit dark, do that. Go to blue for some reason, do that. Go to red. Let's go to red. Let's do something. Do that. Go back to yellow, green. Do that. Fun stuff. So that's our background. Then with the paint layer, let's go to the shapes fill brush. So what this brush does is it builds shapes. Yeah, that's it. So it's like a lasso. You can see, just builds the shape. So this will be a journey of trusting this brush because I've never just used this one. But we'll see. So let's start with the base color, of which I like this orange. Something like so. And in our erase mode, we can also do the same. Fill this in, remove this, include this, include a bit of that, remove a bit of this. And this is why I kept the sketch, so we can at least have some order. Move that. So if you feel like you don't want to watch my how to draw in KRITA video, I'm just in KRITA. When you press E, you toggle the brush you already have and make it an eraser. It will be more visible with the default theme, but I'm using a custom theme, so you won't be able to see the erase this button being, what's it called, toggled on and off. So we have that, and we have to save. So save it. Save. The sketches. Foxy boy. So that's our first layer, and then let's work from the back to the front. So I could clip everything on this layer, but I feel like I should just use a different layer. So with this selected, I go a bit dark and do the tail. Maybe try with low opacity and see what that does. It's a bit strange, but let's see what kind of effect we will get. Make it a bit darker. We'll do a bit of this. Maybe I should have clipped. Let's see. Let's group and clip. Did you not clip? Why are you not clipping? Okay, don't know what's happening today. Group. Clip. Yes. Paint there. Yeah. Okay. So we'll clip. Do some of this, a bit of that, a bit of this, a bit of that for the leg. I think the leg is also a bit dark. And then let's try and put in some fur strokes, if at all it's possible, because this part of the animal is really dark. But we're just playing around. And then with this color, maybe go a bit lighter. Do this. The opacity is messing with my head a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's go a bit lighter. Maybe go 70% opacity. Yes, this is much better. Again, a bit dark on the tail. And it's sort of abstract, sort of. Let's make a mess. Let's make a mess of this stuff. Maybe change the. Maybe try and keep the opacity high and no. Opacity at 68, flow at 62. Let's try that, and then this part of the mouth should be also dark. Less opacity. In here especially, the nose. Go a bit lighter with that for the top of the nose. And then the tongue should be a bit red. Increase the opacity a bit. Make this dark on this side. Bit lighter on the edge. A bit. Something like that. That's fine. Then behind the eye should be a dark color. So we're just doing stuff. Just doing stuff. The eye should be a bit yellow gray. Bit lighter, and then the pupil. Let's go high opacity, add a few things like so. Now we have a bit of darkness on this. Sorry. Have a bit of darkness here, not really black. Let's make this dark, and maybe here as well. Maybe, why not? And then here again. Let's take this, really dark with it. Go to this fold. Go to this fold under the ear. The shadow shape over here. And then a bit darker over here. Maybe I should just use this, change this to multiply, and then ew, no. Back to normal. That color, but a bit darker, maybe more saturated, more red. And let's do this shadow shape. And the thing is, with this brush you can't really resize because you can only do this thing. Probably have a different layer, put it below, and with this color go much lighter and use that to do the light bits of the animal. We have 36 minutes left, so let's try and do the best we can with this one. So I'm going over some parts more than once so we can like build up on that opacity. And as you can tell, because I said I don't have much to say, I have quite a lot to say. So for next time, if you hear me say that, just know I'm going to yap and yap a lot. There's some highlights over here as well as here. I kind of like this. It's building up really nicely. Yeah. The good thing about using the opacity is I can use like the same color for a lot of things. Let's try and do this fur. Trying not to noodle, which means staying in the same place for a long time. Or do the same thing for a long time. We have some fur experiencing a lot of light over here, and for I think I've ruined it a bit here, but the good thing is because we're on a different layer, we can erase a bit of that. Not that much, just here. We can do stuff like this. Check on it from that side. If you'd like, you can remove the sketch layer, but I really like my sketch layer, so this is without, this is with. I think it gives it more more oomph. And I can do that probably, and I'll refine this a bit later. So the next thing, let me just undo some of that so we can see it better. So the next thing is on our shadow layer. Let's play with the multiply and see. Not bad, but too much. So here we can go back to playing with shadows and a bit of that fur. Back to this layer, add in some of this that I missed before. I'm just filling in. Let's use this with the intent of making it look like fur. Maybe try a lot of whites. Because I'm scared, let's try it on a different layer. Try making something like so. Not everywhere, just here and there. Especially the tip of the thing. Something like so. Maybe add full opacity. Let's add some highlights on the eye. And with this yellowish color, let's do the eye again. I'm not really liking that. Let's do the eye again. And then we can add some highlights, I guess. Oh. Wonder why it's not like really, what's the word? Punchy. Because it should look like this. Wonder why it doesn't. Yeah. Why? Maybe let's go to the sketch, erase mode, erase that part of the sketch. So let's come back, put in that thing. We do this for the eye, put in pupil, and then a bit of highlight. Yeah, sounds about right. Same thing for the nostril. Maybe erase this part of the sketch so we can see stuff happening. I still need to do the teeth because we can't be toothless today. We cannot. So the teeth should be inside the jaw. So let's put it on a layer below and make them a bit yellow. Again, probably my sketch is obscuring some stuff. So let's see. Maybe I'm still in erase mode. What's going on? Paint layer. Oh, okay. Let's do it on. Let's do this on this layer because this isn't clipped. Yeah. And make the teeth how we want them. Make them white. Focus on these. And then have something like that. In the sketch, we're going to erase part of this so we can see them. And on this one, we layer lock, and then give it, let's go back to lower opacity, give this teeth some shadow, just a little bit. The top teeth aren't really visible, so we'll leave those alone. So let's go to the sketch layer and do a bunch of correction. By correction, I mean erasing. So let's erase some of this. Not everything. Just where we feel the lines take away from our picture. Something like so. Remember, we are just sketching today, so it's not like really necessary to remove some of these lines, but we want to. You want to. And then, you want to. Wake up. No, put on makeup. No. And then the thing we can do lastly, erase a bit of this. I really like the sketchy feel of the lines, so I'm not going to erase everything. Let's see how that looks. Let's mirror that. Probably give our guy some ground with this color. We can put in some grass. Maybe this color, but more yellow. Yeah, we can add in some foliage, some grass, which will also help us hide a bit of our fox. We could use a grass brush. I know I have one, but not today. Not today. Today is just having fun. Do a bit of stuff like this. Maybe something below this with darker grass. Does it make sense? There's no grass like this. But it's our drawing. drawing today. And then maybe the layer behind the foxy boy, we can do even more stuff like so. Possibly. So let's merge these two and then duplicate that, make this multiply, and then just move it slightly. That's how we used to make stuff in Illustrator. Apply that and increase opacity. So we have grass. And then what else shall we do? We can go on top of this group, maybe on the sketch layer, and with black selected, and go back to our this brush. Maybe decrease the size to like 4. Add its whiskers, which it has a lot of. Maybe add these dots. What else shall we do? So I think we're done. So I'm going to put all these things into a group, then duplicate that group, then flatten it with Control E. So we have 2 instances. This is the original one. In case we ever want to go back to this, which I never go back, so I don't know why I do this, but it's fine. So with the flattened one, we can zoom in and play with some stuff. So I usually start with levels. Sometimes the original is better, but I can't help but play around with some stuff. So again, if you don't like you don't like the thing, you can do you can make it a filter mask. Is this working? Is this working? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So more magenta, more blue, more red, more magenta. I think I like blue. Maybe I should reduce this one. Blue, yellow. I like blue. So more blue. And here, the highlights, that's more green, more blue. So here's a before, here's a after, before, after. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to play around with some stuff. So this is the before, or you can do this. The initial group, you can see what we had before, and this is what we have after. It's a bit too bright for me, or too contrasty. So let's just change that. Something like that. So before, after. I like this one. So another thing I like playing around with is posterize filter at around 11. So let's just make that a filter mask, and then gimmick, add grain. Don't play around with this as much, so have something like so. So here's our before, here's our after. And if you want, you can play around with anything else. But I feel I jumped the gun a bit. I feel like we should have added some shadow. Yeah. So good thing is we have time. So I'm going to delete this in our group. Below the group, what's this? This is our grass. So above the grass, I'm going to use this brush and just play around with placing our animal on the ground. So we should have like a shadow at the bottom of this. And let's make it a bit like so. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Then we can do something like this. And with that still selected and a soft round, let's try and make the shadow. Let's try and give it a bit of color. Let's give it this color. It's not just black. Have something like that. And now we can do the thing. Control J that and that. And repeat our filters. So I start with this. I think that's okay. If we ever want to change, we can always mess around with the mask. More magenta, more blue, just more red, slightly more magenta, and blue. And this is usually cyan, a bit of green, a bit of blue. Filter mask. Again, I'll posterize, usually at 11, filter mask, and then reapply the last gimmick thing. And I think we're done. So this is our before, our after, and on top of this layer, we can do the thing I do. Have to do two things now because of AI and stuff. So first of all, I add a logo, then scale this 5%. Oops, percent. Move it somewhere very obvious. Somewhere like there. And then play around with the layer properties. Stop it. Layer style. So we do drop shadow. Not that big. Something like that, maybe a color overlay. If it works. If it doesn't work, it's back to white. Nah. Let's try this. No. Nah. So let's just leave it. Let's leave it at that. And then because of stuff with an ink brush, let's do this. Let's do black, I think. I now have to sign my stuff. So I'm going to sign it here. That's too wide. Yeah. I think we're alone now. Scale it down a bit. So we're done. With how many minutes to spare? With 11 minutes to spare. So thank you for watching if you've watched till this far. And I'll see you in the next one. So have a great day, have a great week. Thumbs up. Bye.